Have you ever said to yourself, maybe I'm just destined to be alone? Or maybe love isn't in the cards for you? If you have, I was talking to a friend of mine just the other week, and we hadn't spoken in 15 years. And as we were catching up about her work and the great things that were happening in her life, I asked her about her love life. I said, so what's going on in your love life? And she was describing how she was very much single, like not even dating anyone. And then she was remembering that 15 years ago when we last spoke, she was sharing with me that one of her greatest dreams was to find the love of her life. And so she started to tear up, and she described that the tears were, this wasn't that she was single, because she's loving her life, she's having a great time, but the tears were really the awareness of, wow, it's been 15 years and she hasn't been able to manifest that desire for herself. And so if you feel that way, if you've ever thought maybe you're not destined to have love, or maybe it's not in the cards for you, keep watching, because today I'm going to share with you 3 practices that women who are in your exact position have used to find love even after being single for decades. Check it out. Hey there, my name is Matt Boggs, and I'm the founder of the Love and Relationships division of the Brave Thinking Institute, where our mission is empowering people to create and live a life they love. And that includes your love life. So if you like this video, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, click that little bell, because every week we bring you videos to empower you in your love life. Now, to help us understand the 3 practices that can help you call in love, even if you've been single for decades, I'm going to share with you a story about a client of mine named Linda. Linda had been divorced and dating, like seriously dating, hand on the throttle dating for 10 years and hadn't come any closer to finding the love of her life. And she was discouraged, and she was at the place where she was asking the question, maybe I'm just destined to be alone. Like, my life is good, I've got a good job, I've got a good family, I could make this work just being alone. And yet there was the part of her heart that really wanted a partnership, that longed for love, that longed for that connection. And I imagine that you do too. And so Linda came across a video just like this online and reached out to us and signed up for a program that we do called Manifest Your Man. And I loved Linda's reasoning, because Linda said, look, I've been doing the same thing for 10 years. I've got to be willing to do something different, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And so one of the first things that Linda worked on was step number 1, which is to separate the truth from the facts. Separate truth from facts. Now, that's a very interesting idea. When I first learned this principle, to separate truth from facts, I resisted that concept. I was like, what are you talking about? The facts are the truth, aren't they? Look at them. You can see them. They're right in front of you. They're real. These are the facts of your life. And as I studied this principle deeper, I came to realize that no, the facts are not the truth. Here's what I mean. The facts of your life simply represent the past. Everything you've thought, felt, and done up until now have created your current circumstances. If you were to think different thoughts, take different actions, feel different emotions, you would create different circumstances. The facts are simply conditions that represent the past. The truth is your potential. The truth is connected to the Spirit breathing you. The truth is what's possible for you. That's the truth. People will say, maybe I'm just not destined to find love. Look at the facts. I've been single for a decade. I can't find anyone to form a partnership with. I constantly attract unavailable men. And so what will happen is, if that's your belief, the job of our belief is to look out at circumstances and collect evidence that supports itself. And so if you believe you're destined to stay single, then every narcissist you date, every emotionally unavailable guy you date, every guy who rejects you, that belief will say, see? This is the truth. The truth is you are meant to be single. The key here is to interrupt that paradigm, which is what it is, cast it to the side and say, no, that's just the facts. And the facts are malleable. The facts can change. The facts are the past. The truth is your future. And the truth is that you're a spiritual being in this human experience. The truth is that you are connected to a presence and a power that is infinite and knows exactly how to bring about the desires that are in your heart. That's the truth. And the moment you get aligned with that truth, you connect to a whole new possibility. And you begin to open up your life to draw that possibility right into the land of circumstances and create new facts for yourself. And so this is what Linda began to do. And so every guy that she dated who was emotionally unavailable, or a guy who rejected her, or a guy that she didn't like, a circumstance that in the past would have reinforced the negative belief that maybe she was destined to be single, she would interrupt that and say, no, this is what it looks like while I'm calling in my man. I love that affirmation. This is what it looks like while it's all coming together. Because the truth is, you are destined for love. If you have the desire in your heart, I believe that you can have it. So that's step number one, is to separate truth from facts and to claim the truth for yourself that love is possible for you. Now, if you'd love to check out the program that Linda went through that ultimately led her to meeting her man and calling in love, I'll put the link below for you. I encourage you to check it out because there are a whole bunch of other women who feel the exact same way, been single for decades, have gone through this program and have called in love. Go ahead and check that out. It might just be the step that sets you on a path of calling in the love of your life. This brings us to step number two. Now, step number two is called make peace with the past. And here's what happens if you're seeing a dynamic where you're dating men, you're meeting men, but there's never really that connection, right? Either they like you and you don't like them, or vice versa, and just you never connect in a place where there's mutual attraction and you're finding that special person for you. Often what happens is you've got one foot on the lever of desire, saying, I want this love in my life, and there's a subconscious fear that's got another foot on the brakes, and it's keeping you stuck. And so the path to this is to make peace with the past, because chances are there was some hurt in the past. Maybe you were betrayed, something bad happened in the past. There's some pain from that past that's unresolved, and it shows up in two ways. Either an energetic cord that's connecting you to a past relationship. It might be that you're not over an ex all the way, and that's what's keeping you from moving forward. But this energy moves in one of two directions. It's either keeping you connected to the past, or it's keeping you afraid of really opening your heart again and allowing someone in. Because that is the prerequisite for attracting love. Your heart must be open. That's the source of where you generate the attraction and connection from, is that deep-centered, open-hearted space. And so when you make peace with the past, you cut the energetic cord from that past relationship, whether it's an attraction to that past relationship or whether it's resentment. But know this, often what happens is when you cut that cord, there's a whole process to doing that. When you cut that cord, don't be surprised if your ex shows back up. All of a sudden, out of the blue, he calls you or he texts you, because to him, his subconscious mind will register that loss of energy. Any connection, whether it's resentment or desire, is filling him with energy through that connected cord of energy. When you cut it, he'll sense, ooh, there's this loss of energy, and he'll try to reestablish that connection. So don't be surprised when your ex reaches back out to you. This is exactly what happened for Linda. You see, Linda had some past experiences that were very, very painful for her. And she realized that she was closing her heart enough to keep love at bay. And so she went through a process where she really decided to open her heart and commit to allowing love fully into her life. And that began to change everything for her. And that leads us to step number 3, which is to take massive new action. You heard Linda describe early on that doing the same thing over and over again was the definition of insanity. She knew she had to take some new action, and so Linda wanted to enroll in the Manifest Your Man program, and Linda had been saving up for a new car. She was ready to ditch her old junky car. She wanted a new car, and she was on the phone with an enrollment person going to sign up for Manifest Your Man, and she's like, wow, so I could use this money that I've saved for this new car for a down payment for a new car, or for Manifest Your Man. And here's the cool part. She decided, Linda said, well, at the end of the day, what do I want? Do I want a new car for myself and to ride by myself? Or would I want my old car, but my man in that old car? And she said, I would rather have my old car and my man riding by my side in that old car. Well, here's what's cool. Linda signed up for the program, and through doing the program was able to not only manifest the results that she wanted in love, but was able to generate more income in her business. So she was actually able to buy the new car after all, and now she has her man riding with her in this new car. And it was a result of massive new action. And so my encouragement to you is, what would be new action for you? Sometimes it's releasing typecasting. Like we say, we're only going to be attracted to this one kind of person. Or another form of typecasting is saying, I'm only willing to meet my man a certain way. Some people say, I'm not willing to meet my man online. I don't even want to get online to meet a man because I don't want that to be my love story that we met on whatever site. And let me encourage you to blow apart any typecasts that you have. Expand the zone of what you're allowing into your life. Because whether you expand the zone and he comes through that particular channel or he comes through another channel. I've had women get online, start that up when they didn't really want to, but it changed their vibration. It changed the order of their life to a degree that they met their man in the way that they actually wanted to in person. So what new action could you take? And the second piece of this is massive new action. You've got to increase the action you're taking. You've got to put yourself outside of your comfort zone. Everything that we want in life that's expansive, that's abundant, that's beyond what we currently have is outside that comfort zone. And it's scary. So you've got to be willing to get outside that comfort zone. That's exactly what Linda did. And shortly after joining the program, within 2 months, Linda met Jim. The two of them fell in love. The two of them formed an amazing bond. Jim proposed to Linda, and the two of them recently got married. And so here's Jim and Linda celebrating their love story that came out of a decision that Linda made for herself. A decision to do something different, a decision to release the past, a decision to believe that love was possible. A woman who said, maybe I'm not destined to have love, is now in the love story of her life. And so if you would love that same support that Linda went through, if you would love that same process to try something new for yourself, I invite you to click the link and check out that Manifest Your Man program below. That new course of action might just change everything for you when it comes to your love life. And if you've already manifested your man, if you're already in the relationship that you would love, what did you do to call in that love story? Go ahead and post those in the comment section below. And know this, I believe in you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.